All right, so I'm going to go ahead and jump straight into it. I want to talk about how white students get an advantage over black students in America in high school. It goes down like this. All right, so first they have AP classes. This is like the main scam in the American educational system. It's where they will allow you to take advanced placement college classes in high school. Now, there's no real regulation to this. It's like the only thing that you have to have is white skin. They'll tell you as a black student that all the rosters are full, and they'll make sure that they fill all these rosters on purpose with white students even before like you can even try to get in. But that's what they do. And then with these classes, like they'll give you a 5.0 instead of the regular grading system of two. If you get an A, you get a 4.0. In these classes, you get a 5.0 for an A, and you get a 4.0 for a B, and it goes down from there. So it's like even if you get a C, like most that'll help you out. You know what I'm saying? If you get a B, it's like getting an A. You know what I'm saying? So if you take a lot of these classes, that will boost up your score like crazy because everybody else, and that's another thing as far as people becoming valedictorian and people, if you're black in a school that's mixed, it's gonna be very rare for a black person to be valedictorian. You know, I've heard about some people on YouTube that I've seen stuff on YouTube about somebody black achieving that and having a 5.0 grading point average and things like that. But his mom was a teacher. But the reason why it's harder to do it if you're in a white school is because they flat out ain't gonna let you in those classes. You know what I'm saying? Now, if you're in an all black school, like that's when you're able to get a black valedictorian because if they have those classes, they're gonna let black people in there. But in the white classes, it's just flat out no, they ain't gonna allow you to do it, and they might let a black female in. So with that being said, the other thing is that when you take those classes, if you're taking them early, because a lot of people are taking those like darn near their freshman year, you know what I'm saying, and they get extra. Basically, they learn more because it's more advanced. So when it comes time to take the ACT, there's nothing on that test that they haven't seen before. But when you're a black student and you're taking regular classes, there's stuff up though on the ACT that you've never seen in your life. So that's another reason why they're able to outperform you consistently, even when they go and just do like a standardized test that's nationwide. That's not an ACT or SAT. You're a sophomore or freshman. They're just testing you to see where you're at. The white students are going to be taking the more advanced classes because they want to push them up to be able to take these AP classes. So then they end up learning and doing better on these tests. So that's that. Now, they also nitpick your work when you're black. So you're not able to get straight A's. You're not able to, a lot of times you might not even be able to qualify to take the AP classes because they're not going to let you ride. Like they let stuff slide when they're grading the white students, you know what I'm saying? But every little thing that they can take, every little nitpick that they can have, they'll take it away from you when you're black. And that used to happen to me all the time. Like I should have gotten straight A's from sophomore year to senior year, but I never was able to get straight A's. Like I would always get like a 3.0 because by the end of the quarter that would add up. You know what I'm saying? All these little points that they're taking away. And people don't think that is a big deal. But like if a question on your homework is worth 3 points and you got the question right and they take 1 point away just because you're black, you know what I'm saying? They'll have a reason and everybody will think that that's good enough just as long as they have an excuse. But really it's because you're black. So they take that 1 point away. That means that's 33% of the points on that question. You get what I'm saying? So even though you got 100%, that one question on that piece of homework, you got it 100% right. They've taken away 33% of the points just by taking away that 1 point. So it's like you got 66% on that question or 67% on that question, right? And at the end of the day, that's a D. Like if you were to just grade that one question on your homework that you lost that 1 point, it's like you got a D on that question even though you got it right. And if you add all that up, you know what I'm saying, over the course of the semester, it'll bring your grades down drastically, where you had to pull off a miracle at the end of the semester or the quarter to be able to get an A. And the teachers will patronize you at like, oh, you're doing really well. Why are you even worried about that? But no, it's a big deal. Like you took, and I've had times where I've had to literally, what are the chances of having the exact same wording as somebody else, and then them getting it right, and then you getting it wrong? The chances are good when you're black. That happened to me where I had a student who was white right next to me. I checked and the teacher had to change my grade. I remember there was times where I would have food spilt on my stuff, coffee stains, because and I would see other everybody else's, they're not, their homework, their tests are clean, but the teacher's spending so much time over your test that they spilt stuff on it. You know what I mean? And so that right there. Then also the students are getting extra credit. Like they're able to stay behind because you see at the end of the quarter semester, grades are about to come out. Then you have the white students staying after class to talk to the teacher, and that's when they're getting their extra credit. So they're getting this major push. I remember there's times where I'm asking for extra credit and they wouldn't let me do it. You know what I'm saying? They wouldn't let me do it. But these other teachers, this is blatant hypocrisy. These other students are just straight getting extra credit every time they ask for it. You know what I'm saying? And it's just they straight up push these students above black students, and that's the reason why they're able to outperform you, if they even really do. But in the American system, that's how it works. It's not a fair system at all. And just in case you had any questions about that, and if you're a black person and you think that you're not good at school or you weren't that smart, it's because of that. It's like it's gaslighting. It's like even though they know that you're smart, even though they know you got it right, they still mark you wrong. So now you question your own intelligence. Even though you were right, you're questioning your own intelligence, and that's where they want you. You know what I'm saying? And that's how they do this. That's how they make it where no black people really read anymore once they get out of school. Nobody really thinks that they're going to learn about technology and things that you need to build a society and to be smarter and actually learn more than the white supremacists. They break your confidence and your intelligence when you're in school. I think I'm wondering if I'm leaving anything out. I think moving forward as a black student, if you're a black student, you're in high school, try to get in these AP classes. Try to do the best that you can. Don't let them break your spirit. Keep trying. Try to get your parents up there and everything. But odds are they're still not going to give you a chance. So we really need to have our own schools for one. But even beyond that, even if we don't get our own schools right now, what we need to do is start having our kids focus on, I think for right now, this isn't something that if you're watching this 20 years in the future,
they're just straight out
50 years or 100 years in the future, this might not work.
A blatant
They might not still have this, but right now they have
and
CLEP classes.
I think the only thing that black students can do,
something that we should be doing,
because they're not going to just
get college credit.
Everybody to be
they can't tell you that
if
you
start
can't take
your
it.
parents,
you
if
can
everybody
start learning about it in high school.
Everybody's,
you know,
the only thing that we can really do
this
is start our own
CLEP
schools.
your first like
you know,
two
and
years,
they'll probably try to discredit that. You know,
a year and a half.
Oh, you went to this
college
school,
and save yourself the tuition.
That's
like
not having a GED.
I think
it's
very. It doesn't cost that much because
that's a black
take
school.
a CLEP class.
You
You
know,
just show up.
We would
and
need
you just
our own
take
schools.
it. And if you got your kid
we
learning
also
this early,
need
it'll
to start
help them on their
CLEPing,
ACT
you know
because
now
now
I think that
they're taking college
we
stuff.
need to start
they're
getting
not
our
going to have
kids
anything
to
that they
start
haven't seen
studying
when
for
it's
CLEPing
time to
and
take
things
the
like
ACT,
that early.
the SATs, and things like
in
that.
high school.
So I think that's
so
the
that
future for us.
they
as
can
far
just
as at least for right now,
CLEP
focus
and
on
save
CLEPing
a whole bunch of money
and saving the money
right out the gate.
and,
you know what I'm
and
saying? And
getting smarter.
they'll learn
And
a
that's all I
lot.
got.
They'll
Peace.
learn everything that they need to be able to.